How do I know? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Habiba Rashid, and I am EVA BC Senior Manager of Finance and Administration. I'm honored to be joining you to close the training forum. I'd like to begin by introducing MLA Nikki Sharma, BC's Parliamentary Secretary for Community Development and Nonprofits.
Okay, I think I'm on and live. Thank you, Habiba, for that introduction. And it really is an honor to be with you all here again, this time sharing the virtual stage with Debra, Sparrow, and Desiree Dawson, who I'm a huge fan of, for this closing session here today. I hope you've had a really fulfilling and engaging few days. And I know that you had keynote speakers who shared their insight and experience earlier. And I just want to acknowledge all the powerful women that have been here today, like Chief Roseanne Casimir, Dr. Nancy Poole, and Vicki Reynolds. I'm coming to you today from the traditional territory of the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam people. And I want to acknowledge that. But more than that, I think every day about how that reconciliation can be built into the work that I do every day. On behalf of the Government of British Columbia, I want to thank the Ending Violence Association of BC for their commitment and dedication to keeping women, families, and communities safe, especially through these challenging times of the pandemic. I want to acknowledge, as all you know, that November is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And the sad fact is that each one of us knows someone, either in our personal lives or personally, who've been impacted by domestic violence. And that means that our society continues to be unsafe for far too many women and girls, which is why coming together like this to support and learn from each other is so vital. When I spoke at the last training forum a year ago, which was also virtual, I was new to my role as Parliamentary Secretary for Nonprofits, and I was just beginning to engage with the nonprofit sector. And the creation of this role really signaled the importance that the province sees in the nonprofit sector, and not only now, but especially during our well-being and recovery. Your work builds safety and resiliency in communities. And throughout this pandemic, I know nonprofit organizations like all of you that are here from across this province have mobilized, innovated to fill in gaps in the systems and supported communities. And you're all such a great example of this. You quickly pivoted to online services wherever possible. You provided high-risk survivors from gender-based violence and frontline service providers across BC with essential equipment like cell phones and PPE, and you continued to help the people who needed it the most. At the same time as figuring out exactly how we were supposed to do that in the new world that we were in, and I can only imagine how daunting that was. I know the theme this year is resiliency, and community resilience is really a measure of the ability of a community to respond, withstand, and recover from crises. And I know that this resiliency doesn't happen overnight. It is built up through the steady hands of many over time. And I know that that includes all of the hands that are here today. Nonprofit organizations across BC serve so many community needs every day, and they help us build our resilience. Your work is quietly weaving the social fabric of our communities, and I know we rely upon that, and many women and girls do at their time of need. And I want to thank you for your incredible effort. I also want to assure you that you're not doing this work alone. With government, we're working to strengthen cross-government relationships, build stronger collaborations with levels of government and community partners like you. And I know you were joined here for the last few days with my colleague, Minister Farnworth, and Parliamentary Secretary of War. And just us showing up, I hope, shows to you our level of commitment across government to work together to support you in the work that you do every day. We've taken steps to support nonprofits and anti-violence initiatives in some important ways, and include introducing new and increased funding for nonprofit sector, including nonviolence organizations, bringing 5 days of paid sick leave for employees who are impacted by domestic or sexual violence, announcing intimate partner violence training for law enforcement and sexual violence prevention awareness programs across universities and colleges, and building and safe, secure housing for women and children leading violence. But we can't do any of this work without partnering with you and hearing from you where we need to do better. And I know by working together, we're creating stronger, more resilient communities that can support each other through hard times. And we know that there's still challenges ahead. And I know we still have work to do to create a province where there's no violence against women. But in the meantime, I can assure you that I'm hard at work along with my colleagues to improve the services and the vital work that you're doing in community. Before I stop, I just want to say I want to take some time to wish you wellness and regeneration. When I meet with nonprofit leaders across the province, I hear this year has been difficult and that you are tired. And I want you to know that I'll continue to advocate for you. And I thank you again for all the work you do. And we're going to have a little moment of beautiful regeneration when we get to hear Desiree sing shortly. Thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you so much, Parliamentary Secretary Sharma. Before we move on to the final part of our program, I'm very excited to let you know about a special event coming up next year. Please save the date and join us for a special recognition event honoring and celebrating a pioneer in our cause to end violence, Tracy Porteous. The Ending Violence Association of BC will honor our legendary founding former executive director and recognize her many contributions to BC and the world in an online celebration on November 10th, 2022. Tracy's determination as executive director led EVA BC through a game-changing initiative called Be More Than a Bystander. This opened up the conversation to what was historically viewed as only a women's issue at a time when there were drastic increases in domestic violence homicides in BC. Tracy's accolades include an honorary Doctor of Laws degree from UBC, Justice Canada Excellence in Victim Services Award, and the Governor General of Canada's Medal, which she won 3 times. She has been recognized for exemplary contribution towards the equality of women in Canada. Please save the date now so that you can join fellow stakeholders and supporters online in an interactive and engaging way while enjoying unique presentations and remarks honoring Tracy Porteous. More information will be coming soon. Next, as promised, we will do our final 2 spins for the prize wheel for our grand prizes. The first is for 2 Vancouver Canucks tickets for the January 5th, 2022 home game, Canucks versus New York Islanders. Thanks for the generous donation from Schmunk, Gadsmith and Associates. Having difficulty reading the name. Fiona, can you please read it for me?
The name is Zoe Plant.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Fiona. Stand by. I'll need your help for the next one as well. And our final prize is for 1 night's accommodation at the Blue Horizon Hotel on Robson Street in Vancouver. It's valid until November 30th, 2022. Thanks for the generous donation from the Blue Horizon Hotel. Let's spin the wheel and see who the winner is. Fiona, can you read the name of the winner?
Yeah, the name is Hannah Smith.
Wonderful. Congratulations to all the winners. We will follow up with you by email about how to claim your prize. As we wind down this year's training forum, it's my absolute pleasure to now welcome Desiree Dawson. Desiree Dawson is a yoga teacher, recording artist, songwriter, and producer from Vancouver, BC. Desiree is very passionate about music's role in collective healing by encouraging listeners to find a connection within themselves and the people and the land around them. Whether performing solo, in harmony with her band, or leading sound healing workshops, Desiree's music is made to get us feeling and healing. Desiree Dawson.
Hello, hello, hello. What I need is all I have. All I have is what I need. Embrace the journey. Quiet, endless searching. What I need is all I have. All I have is what I need. Embrace the journey. Quiet, endless searching. What I need is all I have. All I have is what I need. Embrace the journey. Quiet, endless searching. These words came to me one day as I stepped into the Caribbean Sea, a sea very dear to my heart. And I was feeling very confused and very caught up and feeling very heavy. And I had kind of walked into the sea and said, I feel like I don't know where to go from here. Everything feels so intense on this planet. And at that time, I was really reaching outside of myself, trying to find the answers, trying to be something that didn't quite feel right, and just shifting myself in a way that didn't feel very aligned with me. And so I stepped into the water and I asked, like, is there anything that you can share with me right now? Because I don't know what to do. And I started, as I kind of moved with the waves, I started hearing these words: what I need is all I have. All I have is what I need. Embrace the journey. Quiet, endless searching. And these words, they didn't land with me in a way of saying, like, go it alone and you don't need anyone, but it was more of a reminder that I have to go inwards to really learn who I am and understand the workings of my inner landscape to be able to show up in the world and show up show up for my community. So I'm here gathered, I'm gathered, I'm by myself, but on the unceded territories of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. And for me, working and creating on stolen land is something that I'm actively thinking about every single day. And music for me is a tool that I can constantly be focusing on, like, how to decolonize from within, so that, again, I can show up in spaces and be doing that work in a way where I've kind of gotten some of the things out of the way so I can just show up and be present with those around me. I feel there's such resilience in us going within so that we can also learn who we are, learn our biases, learn about the things we want to let go, learn about the things about us that are so beautiful, and that we can actually show up in all of that with each other. So this is a song that is I'm going to sing a bunch of new songs for you, but this is a song called There's a Reason. You were born perfect in a system that is not. And now you're feeling broken. Everything feels like a lie. Everything's confusing. You don't know why you're here. But please just keep on living. Trust throughout the fear. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason So trust throughout the field. I wrote this song for myself and for some of my friends on a day where it seemed like many of us were questioning, why am I even here? This is all so hard and heavy. And after kind of sitting with that energy and acknowledging it and letting it be there for a little bit, I started hearing this song. And it started just kind of warming up my heart and reminding me to keep believing and keep trusting. And reminded me that when we're all navigating these very colonial systems, it makes sense that we might not know where we fit in, or might not feel like we belong, or might be confused at how to keep going, but that we just need to keep remembering to trust. You were born perfect in a system that is not. And if you're feeling broken and everything feels like a lot, if everything's confusing, you don't know why you're here, well, please just keep on living and trust throughout the field. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you're here. So please trust throughout the fear. There's a reason why you're here. I have another new song for you. This song's called Hold the Hope. And I wrote this song recently. And it's a song about honoring that we're gonna be in spaces together sometimes where like I might be feeling super happy and hopeful, and you might be feeling like really run down and just exhausted and hopeless. And that like you don't have to hide at home, you can still come into the space with me with my hope. And the idea there is like, which builds into like community resilience, is that I want to be in your presence even when you're not, full of joy, and because I can hold the hope for you when you're not able to hold it for yourself. And then there'll be days where I need you to hold it for me because I can't quite hold it that day. And so this song's called Hold the Hope. If you're down, feeling stuck, if grief rolls in, I'll hold you up, I'll hold it down. If you need, take your space. No apologies needed when your heart is grieving and your body's needing a chance to restore. No need to carry those weights anymore. Trust me to hold the hope for you. Trust me to hold the hope for you, for you. Ooh. you're stuck in your head, I'll listen close, tuck you into bed. I'll dream of days running through fields, dancing around. 'Cause we've all been healed, and even if you're not ready for dreaming, I still love your being. No, I'm not leaving. I'm here for these days. I never need you to change. I love you, there's no need for shame. Trust me to hold the hope for you. Trust me to hold the hope for you, for you. Trust me to hold the hope for you, and I'll trust you to hold it for me when I can't hold it for myself. So I didn't actually pay attention to the exact time that I started. So if I'm going over the time, please someone let me know. I have a couple more songs to share, but I can also edit that if needed. This next song is called Mountaintops. This is another new one, which I recently released on my EP that I put out not too long ago. I can't remember what day it is, so I don't know when that was, but it was recent that I put out this EP. It's called Meet You at the Light, and this song is called Mountaintops, and it's a song that I wrote about it being the time for us to really, really step into ourselves and all the things that make us us, all the uniqueness, the difference, and realizing that we can find a lot of belonging when we stop trying to fit in, but instead just show up as our full selves. And so I had this image of, walking up to the top of the mountain, just being like, this is who I am. I'm just like open-hearted. I'm not hiding anything anymore, and feeling really like secure in that singing it from the mountaintops. So this is Mountaintops. Who are you leaving the lights on for? And how long do you plan on waiting? How much more electricity do you plan on wasting? Because you're looking so burnt out. But you have the choice, and when you meet your voice, the mountaintops await your arrival. Your fullness and not just survival. The mountains await your arrival like, ooh. Sing it from the mountaintops. Sing it from the mountains. Ooh. Sing it from the mountaintops. Sing it from the mountains. From the mountains. Who left those lessons in the beat of your heart? Teaching you that yes is the only answer. it's not the only answer. No. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you're becoming? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you're becoming? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you're becoming? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you're becoming? 'Cause you have a choice, and when you meet your voice, the mountaintops await your arrival, your fullness, and not just survival. The mountains await your arrival like. Thank you. I do have another song, but I also want to be mindful of the time. Does anyone want to let me know what how I'm doing for timing? All right, I'll take that as one more song. The song is called Just Fine. And it's a song that I wrote because I wrote it this years ago, and it was having a moment of just realizing that there are so many parts within me that are trying to keep me safe in different ways. So there's one part of me that's like scared of everything, and it's just like, you need to stay home, stay in bed, don't see anyone, everyone's dangerous, everything's dangerous. And then there's another side of me that tries to keep me safe in a different way, which is like, wow, let's meet people, let's go out in the world, let's be with our community, let's grow together and build together and travel. And and then these two parts of me that are trying to keep me safe, they don't really see eye to eye. And so this song came from a coaching session, actually, where I was talking about these feelings and reminding myself that it's going to be okay, and talking to those parts and being like, you know what, we got this. Like, yes, you might have very different approaches on keeping me safe, but I love you and I'm here for you. So this is Just Fine. I have an issue, I'm trying to find some answers in the storybook. I am light just like a dancer, moving gracefully, but then it feels like I'm stuck. There's a door that I cannot seem to open up. I found a lock, I found a key, I found some reasons why. When I'm closest to my dreams, I don't want to try. I found a hammer and some nails, so it's time to play. Step into the wild. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine. There is a part of me that knows it's all in my mind. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine. Just fine. I have this part of me that always tries to keep me safe. Another part that seems to sign me up for every race. And both sides they fight. Yeah, they try to show who's best. So now I mediate. I'm always stuck cleaning the mess. I found a broom, the time to sweep. I found some reasons why I throw myself down on the ground when every cell says fly. From way down here, the sky is clear. The ground supports my weight. Step into the wild. There is a part of me that knows just fine. There is a part of me that knows it's all in my mind. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine. Just fine. There is a part of me that knows that we'll be just fine. There is a part of me that knows it's all in my mind. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine. Just fine. I have an issue, I'm still trying to find the answers. Thank you so very much for having me. I feel grateful to be able to offer anything to all of you who are doing such big, beautiful work, and I'm sending you a whole lot of love. So thank you so much.
That was so beautiful, Desiree. We can listen to you for hours. Thank you so much for your healing music. Really appreciate you being with us.
Thank you.
To help us bring the training forum to a close, it's my absolute honor to re-invite Musqueam Educator and Knowledge Keeper, Debra Sparrow, to join us again.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Great. Thank you so much. I just want to start by saying I'm sorry I'm a little late. I had to go get my booster shot today, so I was running a bit late, but just want to say that I just totally loved the singing, and the beautiful song you wrote is just so needed at this time. And there is a part of us that knows that everything's going to be okay, and that's what's so amazing. All the work that all of you are doing out there to bring all of this together and weave it together. And us as women, I wish that I could share with every one of you the healing properties and the beauty that is woven into the blankets that I work with. And I think I mentioned in our welcome that we are all blanket makers. We're all together in that sort of masterpiece of life and the fabric of life. And maybe I'll meet one of you or all of you someday, and we can share this interconnection that will bring us to that place she sang about, where we know we're going to be okay. And on our bad days, on my bad days, that's where I go to my loom, and I stand there and I connect, and I think about all of the values that, you know, have sometimes slipped away from us as people and as women. So I just want to really hold my hands up to all of you for the work you do. And I hope that I can be with you and meet with you again one day. And we can share these conversations, because they totally are healing. And I feel like I wish we could, you know, put a course together that would be beneficial to all of us as we move through any one of these situations that we're working through. So again, I just want to hold my hands up to all of you and wish you, you know, a wonderful holiday if we can. I hope we're coming out of this year and a half we've had. So on behalf of Musqueam and the women and the support and the people here, we want to just hold our hands up and say thank you for asking me to come forward. So Haichka to all of you. Bye for now.
Thank you so much, Debra.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We have now come to the end of the training forum. On behalf of all of us at the Ending Violence Association of BC, thank you all so much for spending the last 3 days with us. We look forward to connecting with you all again soon. For IVA BC's member organizations, we look forward to seeing many of you on Thursday, December 9th at our annual general meeting. Hope you all have a restful evening and a great weekend. Goodbye.